With a process video for Lottie Loves Paper using the Vicki Boutin colour Kaleidoscope range. I'm also following a sketch that Sarah has popped up in the Lottie Loves Paper community Facebook group, and I'm starting off by I've made a template of a couple of hearts in 2 different sizes. You saw me there. I just used some normal copy paper which I fold in half, draw half as heart. And then when I cut it out, open it out, I've got a symmetrical heart, because I'd never be able to draw one that's even on both sides freehand. So I cheat. So I'm just cutting those out of some of the patterned paper. I've chosen that gorgeous paper with the bright, big, bold pink flowers on. On the blouse on the photograph, I've got some pink flowers in a very similar colour, so I've chosen the paper to match that. And then the green obviously coordinates with the paper with the paper with the flowers on. And I'm using this piece of patterned paper with which is black with the writing on. UK Scrap Addicts are doing their monthly theme for March is use a black background, which is not something that I have ever done. I think I've done it once, so I've kind of gone with that. And these papers are just so brightly coloured, they just work so well on that. I think they would just work beautifully on that black background, so I've kind of embraced that. And I'm just going through and having a look to see what other patterned paper I want to have behind the hearts. I did pop up a picture of the sketch just at the beginning of the video, and it's also on the Lottie Loves Paper Facebook page, the Community and Kits Facebook group. So just having a look, it's that one that I go for. I decide that I like those different strips of, I think there's postcards and rulers and all sorts on there, and I just really like that whole collage effect. And there's several different colours, just bringing a few more colours into the background. Just popping the hearts and the photographs on there. I never measure properly with a ruler, very rarely, so just getting an eye for what size piece I want to go behind those hearts. And trimming off the branding strip. I like the branding strips on this collection actually, because they have a whole pattern on one side, so you can keep them and use them. So just getting the placement, and I think that it needs something else behind that patterned paper with the strips on, just to make it lift off the background a bit more. So I'm going to go for this bright green, and I'm not going to use, and you're not going to see much of it, it's just a little touch just to sort of lift the layers. So just trimming that down as well. And there you go. See, just the tiniest bit, and it just makes, even that tiny little edge makes a difference and sort of lifts that patterned paper from the background. Now the Say Cheese patterned paper has those fabulous cameras on the back, so I'm going to just gut the piece out that's behind my photo mat, so that I can fussy cut some of those cameras to use as embellishments. And then just sticking it all down with my tape runner. It's really easy to line up on this paper because the Say Cheese, obviously that's got some straight lines to work with, so I'm able to straighten that up really well. So I've got those first 2 layers stuck down, adding my hearts in now. I'm going to put that second heart on some foam just to give it a bit of dimension and lift it up from the background a little. Just got some fun foam. It's double-sided. Well, it's not double-sided at all. It's sticky on one side. It's self-adhesive, that's what I meant. And then I just add some adhesive with my tape runner on the other side to stick it down. much easier than fiddling with all those little tiny foam squares. And then I'm going to pop the photographs on. So just laying that first one on flat and then using a bit of foam on the second one so it brings it up to the same level as the green heart, and just layering them. And these are just some snapshots of me and my other half. I think we were waiting for a taxi we were going out for the evening. We were just waiting for the taxi and took some silly snaps just while we were sat waiting. He's not very into Snapchat, so they're not Snapchat ones. Actually, he looks a bit like a girl when I use Snapchat, so I don't do it very often with both of us. Makes him look very feminine for some reason. I don't really know why. I've got some Christmas ones for a Christmas layout, but so I'm just deciding on my title now. I'm going to use Love You. I've got those puffy stickers from the Kaleidoscope collection, and obviously they're black, so need something to pop them on. I've got a cut apart sheet that I've used some of, so I thought about that piece there, but it's not quite big enough. But I liked the lines, so I've got this piece, which is a bit of the patterned 12 by 12 that I've used some of, and it's got the same sort of ledger line effect with those little printed tags on that left hand side. And I'm just going to ink the edges with some pink picked raspberry distressing. I thought it for ages and ages and ages. I thought it was pickled raspberry, and I called it pickled raspberry for ages. Anyway, it's a pretty pink, and I'm just using it around the edges. I did kind of stamp it off a little bit onto the back of the cardstock before I brushed it down because it's quite a strong colour. So I wanted to tone it down a little bit. And then I'm just building my cluster on that right hand side of my title piece. I'm going to use that little word sticker, edge it in pink as well, just bringing some little touches of pink in to make things stand out and tie in with the pattern papers. Going to pop that along. I've got that other little piece I've got is a sticker from the Kaleidoscope sticker book even, which I've stuck onto a piece of white cardstock and cut out. It makes it easier to use. I can move it around, and also I can stick it on some white foam to give a bit of dimension to. So just popping that down there. Can obviously add some more bits behind, layering up my cluster. Going to use that flower. Again, that's from the sticker sheet, and I've popped it on some white cardstock and fussy cut it round. And that little camera that I fussy cut from the piece of paper that I gutted from my background. And now obviously I want to do something in the top left corner as well. I'm going to try and do a sort of that 3-point triangle around my title and on the top right of my photographs. So just working on that second cluster there. I'm going to use that heart. So now I've got hearts in 2 different forms. So Shamel did a little video in the Scrapbook Like a Superhero group this week ahead of her class that starts soon, and she spoke about using embellishments and using the same shape 3 different ways. So I'm trying to keep that in my head. So I've got the 2 paper hearts that I've cut out, and I've now got a heart sticker. Although again, I have put it on a piece of white cardstock because I want to raise it up slightly. So I've popped it on a bit of cardstock so that I can pop it on a piece of foam. And then I've got another heart sticker there, which I'm going to add a pink outline to, just sticking it on a piece of pink patterned paper cardstock. Again, that's that cut apart sheet, and just trimming it round so that there's a little pink edge, and then that lifts it up a little bit as well from the background, and popping that in. And now I'm ready to stick my title down. I've got my clusters, and I've just popped that onto that title box there. Just moving that little heart across so that it joins up with the title so that the whole thing is connected. And I'm just sticking some more little heart, another little heart sticker in there. So now going in with some puffy stickers on the phrase thicker set puffy stickers. There are some lovely shapes. There's some hearts and there's some crosses and there's arrows. So I'm just picking out some of the hearts to add to my embellishment clusters. And now I've got those three I've got hearts in three different formats. So I've got the paper hearts, I've got the stickers, and I've got the puffy stickers. So now just thinking about my third cluster, and I did have a phrase saying there from the Vicki Boutin sticker book, which it wasn't the right colour, so I popped it back and I've chosen another one and toyed with the idea of putting it down the bottom, but obviously I want to make that triangle, so I'm going to go on the top right there, which forms that triangle with those other two clusters. So I've gone with that craft sticker as my background because I've got some craft in the title block. I've got that pink sticker which says good times, which is from the Vicki Boutin sticker book rather than from the Kaleidoscope collection. And then I've got that chipboard sticker from the Kaleidoscope chipboard stickers, and I've another little sticky heart. So I'm just going through my sticker book as well, just to have a look, because I'd run out of sort of heart stickers in the right colour from the Kaleidoscope collection. So just having a look in the Vicki Boutin sticker book to see if there was anything else in there that coordinated, because they are very similar colours. So I found that strip, that pink strip with the white hearts on, which I'm adding down to the bottom, which doesn't solve my problem of wanting something else on the top, but I couldn't make that work on the top really. Wanted something behind that green chipboard sticker. So I've found another pink heart sticker. It's kind of got a bit of a dotty effect on it. And I've just popped that behind the green to lift it from the black background. And I'm adding some more little puffy stickers, coming in with a bit more green, using the darker green just to add a little bit more colour. There's some darker green in that patterned heart, so that works. And I'm just going to come in and finish off with my Nuvo drops, which is no surprise for me. My Nuvos they're a bit cloggy actually, and they do come out with a little peak, but actually once it's dry they settle. So once I've finished with my Nuvo drops, that's my layout completed. I really hope you've enjoyed watching. Please leave me a comment. Let me know what you'd like to see in a process video if you want to see me do something else. And I look forward to seeing you here again.